Hey everybody, this is Daryl McKell Brooks of the On Fire Show. I like to say good evening and a late evening here. I'm waiting for my co-host Mo Delk, who should be on. Reese Delk. All right, we're bringing him on. Hey, all right, my brother, my main man, Reese Delk. Are you there? I'm bringing you on the camera, Mo. As you're on. Hey Mo, are you there? Come on, brother. You're
Hey,
logged on.
what's good, brother? What's
What's
good, brother?
going on, brother? How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. Just get in the house, man. Had a long day.
I,
It's 85 degrees out here, man.
Oh man, it's 90 degrees here. 100, it
Whew.
get close to 100. How you doing, brother?
Wow.
How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. I'm doing pretty good. How you doing, man?
All right, let's get into the show. I invited you on because I wanted to tell you, um, when the show, we talked about last time we did a show, we did it pretty good, got some pretty good numbers, and a lot of people watched us. And this time,
Yeah.
there's a lot of things happening in our politics around the country and the politics. And I'm in Philadelphia, which is basically a socialist state, and people want
Yeah.
free everything and free this and free that, and I've been catching so much hell supporting our president. But one of the things some of the people that I wanted to talk about was this Cortez, the squad, yeah, the squad,
The
and
squad, yeah,
the
the squad,
squad, yeah,
yeah.
and about our president and Ilhan Omar, some of the things that hey, those watching, this is Daryl McKell Brooks of the On Fire Show, and I have my main Reese Delk on from out of Wisconsin. It is sad, it is sad what these four congresswomen, Ayanna Presley from Massachusetts, Ilhan Omar
Yeah.
from Minnesota, and Rashida Tlaib from Michigan, and
Mm-hmm.
Alexander Cortez. And so it is the whack pack. Yes, it is. It is sad what they're trying to do to our president. But what are they trying to do to our country, Mo? It's sad.
Yeah.
Are
Hmm.
they Congresswomen to support and to uplift the country and to make this country great and help fix the economy
Yeah.
and help fix the educational system, deal with the problems of the border? And and it's sad because they turn the progressive left, the squad, four of them, trying to destroy our president. And if you're trying to destroy our president, and all you want to do is an agitator,
Yeah.
agitate, destroy, destruction of our president, then
Yeah.
something's wrong with that, brother. And it's sad that you want to label him a racist. He's so for go back to the country where you're from, and
Right.
you know what? Listen, it's politics, and the fact
Hmm.
is that they attacked our president first. Kept on attacking. They tried to impeach the president. It didn't work. They tried to
Hmm.
can't Mueller use Mueller to try to destroy the president. It didn't work.
Yep. It didn't work.
Yeah, and it's sad because even when Nancy Pelosi, said she didn't want to impeach the president, and if you're gonna deal with our president, don't deal with him in an election, because none of the things that they have tried to take down a president using prostitutes, using lies, money scandal,
Yep.
Russia
Money.
collusion. It has not worked,
Yep.
and it's sad that we as Americans, uh, we want our president to do great things, and we voted for him, we supported him. We're it just bothers me. What are your feelings on some of the things that you've seen over the media with CNN and MSNBC and what they're
Wow.
trying to do, the squad?
I've been seeing, what I think of it is when you try to tear the president down, when you want to tear the president down, when you're trying to find dirt, you want to tear the country down. They want to tear, they're basically going to tear their children down. They're basically going to tear our grandchildren down. And that's their agenda, is to tear everybody down. It ain't just tearing the president down. If Donald Trump go down, we go down, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying, what the hell do they want from President Trump? I mean, what do they want? They don't want. He did everything. Promises made, promises kept. He did everything that he said he was going to do. He did everything. You know what I'm saying? Look, blacks got jobs now. Blacks got more jobs than in the history, but they still complaining. They still complaining. They out to destroy, still killing, destroy. They have a Satan agenda, still killing, destroy, and that's what they're doing.
Yeah, and you tell the people, so the squad. I like to ask, who are they against? Are they against, what? The unemployment rate's the lowest in American history. Same thing for Hispanics. Same thing, and you look at Wall Street. Wall Street it's 27,000. If you look at jobs, there's jobs coming back. People are working again. And our president has done a great job fixing the country when it comes to the economics and, making people get back to work. And that's what America is all about. And seem like, even with this whole thing with the illegal immigration crisis, listen, they voted against the bill. I mean, they voted against the bill to bring food, things that the illegal immigrants or hundreds of thousands of illegal immigrants are at the border, and they're they're in some type of I don't want to call it it's I don't want it's not like a prison but a camp, and and they're trying to call it a concentration camp. It's not a concentration camp. It's a camp that was only meant for a few thousand people, and they got hundreds of thousands of people, young kids, and adults and men, women, children, that was only made for a few hundred people or at least 1,000 people. So, all these people rushing the border, it's a crisis. And one of the things now, even the liberal politicians and some people in liberal media now saying that it is a major crisis, over there at the border, and for me, it just bothers me that these women, because I have nothing against women, these women, they call the squad, are out here intentionally trying to destroy a president. Listen, 401k, how's their 401k doing? Great, awesome. And people are taking care of their family, people have jobs. It's almost to the point of these four women, especially the she is the congresswoman from Minnesota and the Congress Ortiz from New York City. It's almost to the point that they are treason. It is treason. It is treason what they're doing to our president and trying to take down this country.
Right. And they got nothing. They got nothing. Soon as they find nothing, they're gonna go ahead and find something, try to find something else. You know what? Let them keep on doing it. Why they focus on trying to bring our president down? Why they focus on trying to bring him down? Guess what? We still winning. We're still winning.
Yeah, one of the things, let's talk about winning and why they're trying to and they're using the media. I'm in Philadelphia. This is a socialist city, what you want to call a sanctuary city, and I've been attacked verbally. My brother, verbally 3 or 4 times in the past week. Whoa. At my job, I've been attacked in the shop, in the supermarket. We have a discussion on Donald Trump, and how could you support him? He's racist, he's evil, he doesn't like black people, he wants to send us all back to Africa. And this young girl, she's an African American. She cursed me out in the store. I'm behind her, and I'm like, why are you cursing me out? Because you're an idiot. You don't know anything. And I said, listen, we're both intelligent. You're in college. I went to college.
Yeah. Right.
I do talk show. Let's have a discussion. Let's talk it out. Let's without dogging each other, calling me names. And I tried to have a conversation. She cursed me out and walked away. At my job. Even today, I'm not going to say my job company, but the company I work for, I worked inside of a store, department store. And, this young kid, we talked to me and my other coworker talked about Trump. And he said, well, Trump's a racist. You can never support. He's holding these kids in barbaric environments, and he's evil. He's called Trump a pedophile. I said, no. What are you talking about? You calling our president a pedophile? And he got mad, cursed me out, and walked away. He got loud. And I'm like, and there's a lot of these millennials or young kids who don't know history, who are uneducated. He got mad because, you know, the young kid got mad. He's a Frenchman, and as he
Yeah.
says, and he got mad because he couldn't afford college. And I asked him, well, what did you study in high school? You know, I understand. I was your age at one time. You don't understand how I feel. I said, yeah, I understand how you feel, but we can't degrade each other, and we can't disrespect each other. You know, and that's the point. It is sad because I'm getting pissed, Mo. I
Yeah.
am getting pissed because to the point is, when do, Mo, I'm in Philadelphia. This is a sanctuary. This is a socialist city.
Yeah.
It's when a younger generation, they want free things. They want to disrespect people. They want to
The city of brotherly
degrade
love,
us.
right?
Brother,
Brotherly
there
love.
is no brotherly love in Philadelphia. Mo, there is no brotherly love in Philadelphia. And when you have a discussion with people and you're trying to have a discussion, they get upset. They want to curse you out. They call you names. They're
Yeah.
disrespectful. I was so pissed, and Mo, and they say we're the violent ones. But look what the stuff what happened to you, what happened to other individual activists around the country with
Yeah.
Antifa and with the violence. They curse you out, they disrespectful, and these younger generation, I'm not saying all, but the ones that are supporting the leftist agenda, the progressive left agenda, they don't know God. They don't want to talk about God. They want to just degrade our president. And if we
Yeah.
support our president, then something's wrong with us. We're retarded. We're MF.
Yeah.
It's just all types of, and it's disturbing because I am not a violent person, but I can be violent. But they are pushing us. They are Mo. When I'm telling the people, they are pushing us to become violent with them.
Yep. Yep.
And I'm not a violent person, but I will not sit down and be disrespected
Yeah. Yeah.
and have our country disrespected and have our
Right.
president disrespected.
Yes. We will not be bullied into silence. That's what they want to do. They want to beat us into submission. I talked about it earlier. They want to beat us until we submit to them. And we shall not submit to them. We should not submit to the liberal left media. We should not submit to Hollywood. We should not submit. See, that's what they want. They have submitted to each other. They have submitted to the media. We will not submit to the fake news. We will not submit to the globalists. That's it.
Yeah, Mo, one of the things that, I tell them, I said, listen, guys, you guys need to be educated. If y'all need to know, you need to know about what's really happening in politics, because a lot of these young kids, they don't, when I tell you, for those who are watching, when I tell you this, it's black, it's white, it's young, it's, it's gay and lesbian, it's transgender generation out there. They lack the education. They lack the understanding of God. It's to the point that they hate America. They hate anybody that's speaking, especially for our president. And we just, listen, Mo, I talked to him. I said, listen, I just want to have a conversation with you. Let's just talk. Just talk. We can sit down, have a cigar, just sit down, have a, sit down at the table. Let's just talk.
Yeah.
Why do we have to get upset with each other? Why do you curse when you want to curse me out? You want to call me all types of names. And, I am from Mo. I'm from the hood. I'm from Poor Righteous Teachers neighborhood. Donnelly Homes. I grew up in the hood. And it's
I grew up in Chicago.
Chicago. I'm from Trenton in the hood, Donnelly Homes. And there's too much, there's not going to be too much disrespecting of me before I listen. I got to take it to another point, but I don't want to get to that point. But the CNN, when I am telling you, Mo, CNN, MSNBC, they are pushing and they're pushing a war, and they're pushing something that they're not going to be prepared to stand up for and fight, because the inner city and the suburb and these college kids, they're ignorant, they hate the country, and they lack knowledge. They political awareness history goes back 5 years, and so it bothers me that a young kid who's going to college, and one of the things that we talk about is cultural Marxism, but it bothers me that these young kids are going to college and they being taught, and they're watching certain things on television, and they watch, and they listen to these shows, CNN and MSNBC, and they're listening to the foolishness, but they are not really understanding what's happening to our, what's behind the scenes, and the Democratic liberal agenda. Go ahead, Mo.
Yes, it's poison. They want to poison our country. They want to poison. It's like putting poison in our food. They want to put poison.
I'll be right
in
back,
us
Mo. Go ahead.
And destroy us. All right. They want to poison us. They are poisoning our children. They are poisoning our generation. They are poisoning our country. That's why they want to. That's why they speak poison. Everything they say out of mouth is just poison. It's death. They don't speak life. They speak death. They never speak life. When you speak death, you speak poison, and they're speaking poison. And we're speaking life, and they not liking that we speaking life.
Yeah, speaking life. And when you have young kids, Mo, that are 18, 19, 21, 22, 23, 24 years old, they have never seen life. They have been blessed with everything. They're ungrateful to what they had, and they always want to believe that I deserve something. No, you work hard for it. You work hard. You go to school. You educate yourself. You learn what society is all about, what this country is all about, and you work hard and you help others, and and learn God. I was on the train. I was on the L today going to work, and this one lady, she had a book about. She was taking a college on racism in America, racism development, and we had a discussion. Well, this other guy, he was sitting behind me, and he got up and he was just he left. And, I was like, listen, this is America. We are a melting pot. We believe in our country, we believe in our flag, we believe in our president, and we believe, definitely to God. And when I'm in a city like Philadelphia, Mo, a city like Philadelphia, that is a brotherly love, great men who have served America, great men who have signed the Constitution, who Philadelphia is a great for revolution. It's great for it is historically one of the great revolutionary cities. And what I see is that these, as a younger generation, there are people who lack understanding of history and culture, and basically it's sad. There are more people from outside the country coming here to study the Constitution. The Constitution and understanding the history of America through Philadelphia. And then you have people that are in Philadelphia who are going to college in Philadelphia. They know nothing about the Constitution. They know nothing about the Constitution. And first thing they say, as a black man, you should hate the president. He doesn't support you. So who should I support?
Right.
Should I support Hillary Clinton?
Yeah. You support.
Should I support Bernie Sanders, who can never win? He wants to give everything free. And so especially, I can't think of the name, Castro. I can't think of his name, Castro or something. He's running for, he's running for president. I think his name is Castro, something like that. And, he's running for president, and he wants to have, so he wants to support transgenderism, that transgenders should have children. The
transgender stuff.
Transgender stuff. Mo, reproduction rights for transgenders. It doesn't make sense. So when you have a generation who are lack the intellectual knowledge, understanding that transgender men who dress up like women, they cannot have children. You're a man, you cannot have children no matter what you do, but this is the Democratic Party. The Democratic Party is focusing on foolishness. And this is why the Democratic Party will lose, Mo. This is why they lose, and also Biden, he's like, 95 years old? Kamala Harris, she's from California. She had an affair with the mayor of San Francisco. The man was married to. She had an affair. Right. Who's going to support that? She's and you know, Buttigieg. I mean, really? Buttigieg too? Why is he running? He can't win, Mo. I mean, can you imagine he's president of the United States and he go over to Saudi Arabia, what they gonna do to him, what they gonna think, or he sits down with Putin? Can you imagine the disgrace of the craziness that will happen to America?
Yeah.
If we let a Buttigieg become president of the United States, yeah. So, you know, I support my president. You know, and I want to say this: our president, no person is perfect. Our president is perfect. He's made mistakes. He's going to continue as human beings. We make mistakes, but he's actually out here trying to do what's right. And that's all we ask our president, is to try to do what's right.
What's right.
And God, as a Christian, I want to say this: God has used imperfect people.
Yeah.
God has, you know, God used Moses, Noah, you know, great prophets, Paul. Paul crucified Christians.
Paul,
he crucified Christians. And at the road of Damascus, you know, Jesus said, "Why are you crucifying my Christians?" And then he saw the light and become one of the greatest preachers, and he probably is the greatest preacher in the history of the world.
Yeah.
So individuals, God has used individuals to do great things. Yes. And God is using our president because he's the president of now. So, you know, my thing is that, you know, I am afraid. I am afraid what will happen and what the left will make us do. Because we, you know, continuously, we cannot continue to be sit back and take this radical leftistness, you know, this radical left, you know, their agitation, you know.
I see they're making our children do a lot of stuff, you know. I mean, come on, they already, look, they went over our head. They already took control of a lot of our children. They have taken control of it because it started by the school. That's why I tell people to homeschool your children, homeschool your kids, because they're taking control in the schools, and that's where it started at. And it starts with us. We got to pull them out of there. We got to pull them out of there because they're trying to beat our kids into submission.
Yeah. You know, you're right, definitely right. You see in California, they're teaching LGBTQ classes in California. They're in 2020 in New Jersey. They're going to be teaching LGBTQ classes. We had a protest. The Men for Christ, Man and Woman Up for Christ. We're planning on doing another protest, Mo. But also, you know, Mo, there are teachers, there are people in the school districts are now fighting back in New Jersey. You know, speaking out, say they want their kids to opt out of this. And one thing I tell people, Mo, is that we cannot be punks to individuals that are left, who don't believe in God, who don't believe in this country. You know, we have a progressive governor, Phil Murphy, who's in New Jersey. I'm in Philadelphia, but Phil Murphy is in New Jersey. And I tell people this: it's time that you might have to practice nonviolent civil disobedience, direct action. That means take your kids out of the school, walk your kids, massive walkouts. You know, it's time to show what the right is all about, and that we are not afraid. You know, either we're gonna have, you know, I tell people this: shut down the bridges, shut down highways. God is with us. You know, I always talk about Martin Luther King said that truth forever on the scaffold, wrong forever on the throne. Yet that scaffold sways the future. Behind the dim unknown stands God within the shadows, keeping watch above his own. God is with us, watching us. He's waiting for us to do what we said we're going to do. He's waiting for us to stand up. We have to stand up against this evilness, this corruptionist, this cultural Marxist stuff that they're on television, you know, in the movies, Mo, in the video games, in the school districts, and they're implementing our kids and they're putting in our young kids' minds. And we have to say enough is enough for this. You know, we have to say enough, Mo. And Martin Luther King talked about the bad people, but there's an appalling good people that are quiet, that are not saying enough, Mo. I mean, we have preachers that are who will preach the word of Jesus in their churches, but are afraid to go to the media and says no, or afraid to say what's on their mind because they just fear. You know, as Christians, how can we fear? Because we have God is with us. We have the ultimate power with us, Mo. We have the ultimate power.
The ultimate.
Ultimate power of the universe. God is with us, and you're still afraid. You're still afraid, Mo. It's sad. We would not have all these problems if the preachers and the people of God and the good and the people of good-hearted goodwill who believe in God was just stand up. And that's what we have to do, Mo. You know, it's me, it's you, it's other ones who are on Facebook Live talking truth, speaking out, you know, standing up for freedom, standing up for our president, standing up for this country. And Mo, it should be more. It should be a lot more preachers, Mo. It should be a lot of people who say they're Christians and speaking out about the wrongness of what's happening to our young kids. You know, why?
Even the
Mo,
most elect should be fooled.
Huh?
Even the most elect should be fooled. Even the most elect should be fooled. So it says in the end times, in the Bible, how the end times going to be. So this is what they're doing. Most of these black churches are standing up for the Democratic Party. They support the Democratic Party, and there's nothing we can do about it. And move on.
And it's sad, you know, even in Trenton, you know, they had these preachers, Reverend Daryl Armstrong and another preacher in New Jersey. You know, they'll fight. They're standing up for the governor's $1 million. They're fighting against the $1 million tax bill, but they didn't say anything about he signed the LGBTQ law in order that are totally going against everything that God's will, Mo. Mo, and it is so corrupt in our cities that, you know, I tell people and we have to stand up. We have to fight. We have to continue to go in these inner cities, in our suburbs, because they're trying to take down our families and to take down our kids. And by using the media, shut the TV down. Go to the station and say, we don't want you to play we don't want you to play these songs. We don't want you to play these movies. We don't want to watch CNN anymore. We don't need to watch MSNBC anymore. Cut the TV off. You know, we have to train ourselves and train our young people that, listen, you know, and that's what you're trying to do. Society, you know, and there are people who come along. There's African Americans, Mo. There are more young African Americans starting to question this, even in Philadelphia. That they starting to say something is wrong. Something is wrong in the city. You know, when you have major dropouts, and Mo, I was on a bus a couple days ago, and I seen all these young kids. They are African American kids coming out of Wawa. They had rushed Wawa on Chestnut Avenue. They went inside the Wawa, snatched all the hot dogs and candy, and about 20 kids walked out, ran out of the store.
Whoa.
And what the cops do, just sit around and look. You know, there's guys driving down the street with bikes doing wheelies. Cops can do nothing but look. You know, so lawlessness is almost to the point it's legal now in Philadelphia, a socialist city, you know, and Mo, you know, even today, you know, even at my job, you know, they know I support Trump, and you know, I get the looks. I get the looks from the Mexicans. I get the look from the Spanish. You know, you get those looks. You know, and when they ask you, when you sit down and talk to you, you know, just have a discussion. That's it. We're not cursing you out. We're not being disrespectful. Have a discussion with us.
Hey, and, I was in Chicago. I was in Chicago like 5 days ago, and people dare me. I dared to go to Inglewood, Chicago. You know, Chicago, the top place for murder at, right? So I went where the murder capital at, Southside Chicago, Inglewood area. I went out there with a MAGA hat on. I had my microphone, and I talked to everybody. And guess what? They showed me crazy love out there, because black people don't even vote anyway. I'm just saying, I went out there, have not got attacked one time by a black person, right? But then we caught the subway, went downtown Chicago. Then you got the white liberals throwing white water bottles at me. them the one who physically assault me. The black Democrats, the ones that have not done anything.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't assault me in Chicago, and this was a murder capital neighborhood right here. And they told me I was a breath of fresh air to come down to the south side of Chicago. They said no activists come down there unless it's voting time.
Because you got street credibility. You have that street cred. I got street cred. And Mo, like I said, I just moved to Philly 2 months ago, so I'm learning the city. And hey, I don't know what might go down if I have a MAGA hat on in certain parts of Philadelphia.
You know Jersey.
I know Jersey.
Stuff, man.
I know Jersey.
So you know what to do and how to talk. You know, you got to I won't go to Philly like that because I don't know these hoods like this. I don't know New York, but I know Chicago.
Hey, I don't know. I may have to carry AK-40, something.
Yeah.
Something. Get about 2 9s in my back pocket. Let's go.
Yeah.
Hey, I don't know what might go down. But what I am saying is that definitely right. It was a comment. The racism are the white liberal racists, and the progressive, the racists are the ones that, because they're smarter than everybody. They have the degrees. So, we have to listen to them because they're educated. They went to the top colleges. So what they're saying is that they can't be wrong because they're right, because they're highly intelligent. And we're the low ones. How it comes, education is from the top to down, that they're the ones that are always right. There's the one intelligent. But Philadelphia, New York City, if you look what's happening in Atlanta, Trenton, Camden, Chicago, all these areas are controlled by the left, Mo.
The left.
They're controlled by the liberals. They're controlled by the Democratic Party. If you look what happened in Buttigieg, he went to the town and they said, listen, man, that town hall meeting, they told Buttigieg, listen, you ain't been, your program's not working. Yeah. You know what I mean? Where is the cameras at? Where's the police cams? And in Philadelphia, they said it was over 300 police officers. 300 police officers had a Facebook page. It was on national news that they were making racist statements against African Americans, gays, and women. And so what I am saying is, they can't be. They're not Trump supporters. They're the Democrats. They're the liberals. They don't support our president because people like that who think that way are not. They're not conservatives, or they don't support our president. And so these are liberal Democrats, liberal areas that are people who have been controlling Philadelphia for years. And when you start seeing mobs, flash mobs, kids running into Wawa, and then I'm in around Philadelphia, Mo, and there are people that will not speak to me. And they ain't Trump supporters, they ain't conservatives, they're liberals. These are the white liberals that say, oh, well, Trump's a racist. Well, you won't even speak to me.
Woo,
you will
brotherly love, right?
You would be right at the bus stop next to me and won't say hello. Will look me in my face and walk away.
Yep.
You know what I mean? But Trump's and the conservatives are racist. But you right there in my face, you're next to me, you live next door to me, you're right around the corner, you walk out the door, you won't even sit next to me, or if you sit down next to me, you won't say hi. You won't speak to me. But the conservatives are the racist ones. The Trump supporters are racist, but you are right there in my neighborhood, walking your dog.
Right there, walking your dog.
Won't say a word to me, Mo. Now tell me, who's the racist, Mo? Who is that pisses me off. Who's the racist, Mo? They won't speak to you.
They won't.
You know what I mean? And it's to the point, Mo. It's ignorance in our city, where in Philadelphia, where whites, blacks, Indian, and all these college students, they're ignorant, And you know, I want to say something, Mo. It's not just whites, the liberal whites. It's the black women, black and Indians that who are coming, who are in this country, and
Yep.
or because they go to college, and
Exactly.
they have the idea that think that I am better because I am at a college. Because that the ideology of thinking, the liberal thinking, I am better because I am educated.
Yes.
It's
Because you
sad,
educate.
man. Yeah.
It's sad. I'm just like wow, wow, wow. I know exactly what you're talking about. You know, I remember going to a liberal college area down here, and I was at a bar having a few beers. I tried to speak there, but hey, how you doing? I had no MAGA hat on, had nothing. They won't speak back to me at all. Hello, because I'm a people person. Hey, how you doing? How you doing, sir? They won't speak back to me. Looked at me like, oh, he got dreads. He's probably a criminal. That's how he looked at me. I'm talking about these white liberals.
Yeah,
That's
and
how they
it's
looked at
like,
me.
yo, Mo, and it's, you know, and for me, Mo, I'm a Jersey guy. You know, Jersey guys, we cool. We want to speak. We go on to play. Hey, how
Yeah.
you doing? You know, that's how I am, Mo. That's how I am. I want to say, speak to everybody. I want to say hi to you. Hi, you know, and it's how they think, and I am. It's almost to the point that because I go to Penn, University of Penn, I go to such and such school. I don't need to speak to you. You look. I should be afraid of you. And the media plays a role in how they think, especially black men. You know what I mean? You know, and it's sad that, you know, I'm still asking. I told Lynn Washington, Philadelphia, he works at Temple University. Where's the brotherly love? Where, I mean, and they're the people, you know, and some of the older people, they'll talk to you. You know, and the people in their 50s and their 60s, they'll talk to you.
Right.
They'll say hi, and you know, they're friendly. But you got a younger generation who will not speak to you, and it's like that you don't exist. They don't see us, Mo.
Mm-hmm.
They don't see us. And if they do see us, they are afraid, or the idea of thinking that they are better.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
it's sad. Yeah, it's sad. You know, how's it, you so it's 85 in Wisconsin? Tomorrow supposed to be 99 degrees.
Over here too. Same weather. Same
Yeah,
weather.
yeah, same weather. You know, you know, one of the things I just want to let you know about, and let the viewers know, that we're starting matter of fact, we're starting the On Fire News Network. If you check it out, the onfirenewsnetwork.com. Please check it out.
Yes. Check
Mo,
it out.
it's exciting. And Mo, I got Michael Rechtenwald, professor at NYU, as a columnist. He is
Okay.
a conservative. He used to be a leftist, and he decided that, you know, the leftists was, once again, they were too radical. So he moved. He was on the Glenn Beck show. I have other individuals that are very Lynn Washington. He was a Philadelphia Tribune. He teaches teaches journalism at Temple University. You know, John Robert Carmen. He is at the he's the head of the New Jersey Constitutional Republicans. So I have individuals who are going to be writing. We're talking about politics. We're talking about history. We're talking about you know, how do we fix this Philadelphia and South Jersey area, is Delaware Valley online, On Fire News Network. And we want people to please support the On Fire News Network. I'm going to put it up there. And we have an account, PayPal account. Hey, go to onfirenewsnetwork.com. Mo, you
.com,
know,
y'all.
yeah. So tell me this, Mo. You know, what do you see the future, Mo? What do you see the future of what's happening to our country? You know, I was at the spot, you know, Cigar Lounge, and it was conservatives. You know, I was in Lancaster in the Cigar Lounge, and conservative. You know, a lot of people are afraid that civil war will break out.
Yeah. 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 My take on the future, just my opinion on the future. I feel that in the future we're going to be outnumbered. We're going to be outnumbered in the future. I mean, it's reality. We outnumbered now, but guess what? We still have the spirit of the living God on our side, and that's it. But I see ourselves being outnumbered, and I see it's gonna get worse before it get better. But guess what? That's why I feel like we are underground railroad right now. I
Mm-hmm.
feel that, and I feel it's gonna be really a underground railroad in the future. And we have to like get our water bottle. We gotta get everything together because it's going to get ugly. It's going to get worse before it get better, but we can get better while they're not getting better. It's going to get worse before it get better. I'm not speaking negativity, but it's what I feel and what I see.
It's what and it's the same thing, Mo. And you know, it's going to get worse before it gets better. I hate the fact that we have to go down this road. I hate the fact that we're dealing with our own Americans who lack the intellectual knowledge of understanding what's really happening to our society. I feel it, I see it, and I and I see things that are, you know, we used to say growing up, you know, the term ass backwards. Yeah. I mean, and when wrong is right.
Yep.
When wrong is right, Mo.
Mm-hmm.
You know what my grandmama, Mama Gracie, told me was wrong back in 1970s and the 80s. Now and everything, it's right. What your mama and daddy told you, we clearly say it is wrong.
Right.
You know what I mean? And now it's right. And that just, you know, I had this term of saying, you know, if the government or society or the media says it's all right to kill someone, does that make it right?
Mm-hmm.
No, it's morally, you know, we have to say it's wrong. When society or what's on television says it's okay to do things, do the wrong thing, the wrong thing is now right. It's to the point that it's scary because we have a generation that lacks truly education and morality, and you know, it's sad because, you know, you're not a violent person, I'm not a violent person, but they're pushing us to the next level. And so when something happens, they're gonna say, "We told you so." Look at them.
Right. Look at them.
Look at them. We told you they were violent. You know what I mean? And you know, we're holding back.
We are. And thank God for people like you, myself, and a lot of other people in this movement. Thank God for that. Because if we wasn't around, oh wow.
And Mo, like you said, you were in parts of Chicago and they were throwing water bottles at you. How did you feel when your own Americans were throwing water bottles at you?
Actually, I kind of laughed when he threw a water bottle. When that white dude threw a water bottle at me, like, look, he threw a water. I did a lie. He threw a water bottle at me. Look at him. They're angry. They trigger liberal. He triggered at the microphone. You want to come talk to me? You just threw a water. He wouldn't do it. So I kind of think they're a joke. You know, it's to a point I expected. Like whatever.
So
I think they're miserable. They're fake. They are hateful.
So I'm thinking to the point of what's happening next when they don't use water bottles, when they come at you with baseball bats, when they start throwing bricks at you, using guns, shooting. You know, these things are it's sad that a society that, you know, and that and I look at history, you know, history of this country, and we've had great leaders and people about peace talking about, let's sit down, let's work our differences out.
Yeah.
You know, John F. Kennedy speech I think in 1963 at the before he was assassinated, I think 62, 63, before he was assassinated at American University, he talked about violence. He talked about violence in the Soviet Union. He talked about America not going to war with each other. That this is one God country. You know, you know, John F. Kennedy talked about it. Martin Luther King talked about it. Or, you know, what did John F. Kennedy quote? You know, he had a great quote. He said, "The man may not use war." You know, he talked about war, and he talked about you know, working together. You know, man must put an end to violence, or violence will put an end to man. So, you know, and these things that he said, and you know, some of the other quotes he said, you know, Martin Luther King, that we're all caught up in this great inescapable network of mutuality, tied in the single garment of destiny. And whatever affects one directly affects all indirectly, and that I can never be what I ought to be until you are what you ought to be. And you can never be what you ought to be unless I am what I ought to be. Then he quotes John Donne the poet, says, "No man is an island. Every man is a piece of the part of the continent, the part of the main." Then he goes on to say that any man's death diminishes me because I am involved in mankind. Therefore, never sin to know whom the bell tolls, it tolls for thee. This is what we should be about. This is what we should be able to sit down and work together and show love to each other and sit down at a table, sit down at a dinner. You know, have a beer summit. Let's talk this thing out. But, you know, and that's the problem, Mo. People don't want to sit down and have a discussion.
No, they don't.
I believe this way and you believe this way, even though your way is wrong.
It's a discussion. People forgot that Malcolm X and Martin Luther King, they had a discussion before. Even though they disagreed with, they came together for a discussion, a Muslim and a Christian.
Yeah, and it wasn't, and it's to the point, Mo, it's to the point you have these individuals who think that I am right. And if you're not on my team, if you don't believe what I'm saying, then you're not on my team. Even though I'm wrong, are you still on my team?
Right.
Yeah, and so you got people who know they're wrong, but if you're not on their team, then you're nothing. Then you're against me. You're the enemy. And so we have a generation out there that is who basically don't know the truth, who are afraid to say anything, or afraid. Listen, the appalling silence of the good people, Mo. That is Martin Luther King talked about. The appalling silence of the good people. Good Christians, good preachers, good men, good women out there who see the madness taking place and won't say nothing to their own children. You know, won't say nothing to their own classmates, their own students, professors, Christian people, people who believe in God, who are afraid to stand up. Yes, King was a Republican. And you know what, and Mo, the appalling silence of the good people are the ones that are hurting us the most, Mo.
Yeah.
You know, individual leaders who have influence out there, who are going along with the Democratic madness, Mo.
Yeah, the Democratic madness. I like when you put it's the Democratic madness.
Yeah, and the Democrat, you know, but one of the things you talking about, listen, man, the Democrats, you know, they're not gods, Mo. The Democrats are not gods. The Democrats aren't Jesus. The Democrats are politicians. Republicans are politicians. They're not the leaders, the moral leaders of our society. The moral leaders should be the preachers, the people, the preachers, the people in the synagogues, the rabbis, coming out. They should be the ones coming out talking about, you know, the moral and understanding what's happening to our society, and speaking about it. You know, not the politicians, not a Buttigieg, definitely not Buttigieg. You know, definitely not him. Definitely not Kamala Harris.
Hell no.
No, I mean, you know, it's just like what, you know.
Excuse my language, but
don't worry about it. I'm pissed off, even to the point, Mo. You know, no one even said they're not talking about New York at 9 months. You can have a baby, have an abortion at 9 months in New York, and there's science you can. The baby can come out and you can kill that baby. That's murder, Mo. 9 months is murder.
Yeah.
8 months, 7 months, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 months.
Like, come on, man. Remember the ultrasounds when they 5, 6 months, you see the baby, all the inside there developing, and we all like, oh, they're going to baby, I feel like baby heartbeat. And we know that was life right there. We knew that was life.
You know, and so we have these individuals in places like New York taking lives. Your own mother, can you imagine your own mother taking the life of a baby? The baby don't have a chance. That baby can grow out, and that baby can come out and do great things, be a great leader, moral leader, but you're destroying it. Not giving that child a chance. You know, and yeah, it hurts me, Mo. It hurts me that the millions of children that were aborted in America, that could have had done great things. If you don't want your child, give the child up for adoption.
Yeah. You know, it's so crazy. I have not researched this, but I can almost like be right that America is the most aborted country in this world. From what I see, and I had never researched that before. I never looked up and said, what's the most aborted country? And because I never hear the other countries really talk about abortion too much.
Mm-hmm.
I never hear them talk about it too much. And
Abortion,
I never hear it.
more abortion is the chop shop. Chop shop. That's what they call it, the chop shop.
Mm.
You know, and you know, it's sad, Mo. It's sad because women, and to the point, well, you know, it's a woman's right. Well, yeah, you have the right to do whatever you want, but you're gonna have to answer to God.
Yeah.
And so that's how I feel. That's how I feel. Mm-hmm. You know, and are we perfect individuals? No, we all make mistakes. Well, then we have to repent for the mistakes we made and not keep on. You know, there are women that have had 2, 3, 4, 5 abortions, Mo.
Mm-hmm.
4 or 5 abortions. Sad.
You keep making babies just to abort them and all that. 5 abortions. Yeah. Making babies just to abort, kill them.
Yeah. And you know, give that child up for adoption. Let that child have a chance to do something great. You know, do something great.
It reminds me of a spirit that I saw in the book of Solomon, right? Mm-hmm. Cut the baby in half. The lady had the same spirit as an abortion, like the life doesn't matter. This woman, like, hold on, I will not cut the baby in half. You know, don't do this. She wanted to cut in half, but the lady, it's the same spirit. Cut that baby in half. Mm-hmm. Same spirit.
You know, and you know, before we go, it's 11:54. But I just want to say that for those who are watching in Philadelphia and around the country, you know, we have to stand up. We have to speak the truth. We cannot be afraid because the enemy wants us to. The enemy is probably watching us right now, and I know the fact that the enemy is watching us right now. So listen to the enemy. I am not afraid. I am not afraid. You can't be afraid. If Martin Luther King said it best, if a man should have nothing to live for, if a man has nothing to die for, he isn't fit to live. You know what I mean? Yeah. I have something that I want to die for, and that's the truth. To speak the truth, and I'm not afraid to die. Mo's not afraid to die. Others not afraid to die. We want to speak the truth. We can't be afraid. And for me, I know that God has my back. For those who are watching, Mo, God has your back. Other ones that are watching, listen, we cannot be afraid. God has our back. You know, we're not perfect individuals. We make mistakes. You know, we make mistakes. We may say things wrong, but we pray and we ask God forgiveness. And I'm not perfect. I smoke cigars. I'm trying to get rid of that, Mo.
You're good.
No, but you know, it's for health reasons. Why I'm getting old. You know, I gotta chill. But smoke cigars once in a while. And we're not perfect. We say things. We listen. We're trying to get things right. You know, and that's what life's about. But we cannot ever just learn when it comes to crisis, Mo. We cannot disrespect each other. We cannot disrespect each other. Can you imagine when we were growing up, when we was little, and individuals start disrespecting each other for no reason? What would go down in the city of Chicago, in the city of Trenton? Just straight up disrespect. Just straight up. Yeah. And Mo, that's how. And when I got cursed at, totally disrespected twice, 2 or 3 times, Mo, I thought about, hold on. They just punked me. Did they just punk me?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They just, and I'm from the hood. I'm from Dolly Homes. They just punked me, and in the back of my mind, I'm like, man, if you only knew.
Yeah, no, that ninja did.
If in my younger years, you know what I mean? If you only knew, you know what I mean? But, we have to show restraint, and we have to show restraint. We have to pray for God. And Mo, anything you want to say, Mo, before we go?
What I want to say, everybody, I want to tell everybody to keep your head up. Yes, even though I feel this country is not getting better. I mean, the country is getting better, but things are going to get worse and get better, but we are getting better, and let's get better together. So that's my quote of the day. That's my word of the day. Let's get better together.
Yeah. You know that quote I was telling about John F. Kennedy said, "Man must put an end to war. A war will put an end to mankind." And that's just not just talking about just, Soviet Union and America during that crisis, the Cold War, but it happening right here in America, that the violence and the anger, and we're going to war, and basically talking about, the violence towards each other. We have to stop, or we will put an end to each other, or we would have to, somebody said somebody told me about civil war, Mo. He said we may have to go to a civil war to have a reset, like in World War I, World War II, have the reset of power, reset to understand what's happening, and so I just sometimes I just don't know, but I have a feeling that something is going to happen, something is going to go down, and we have to, as Christians, as conservatives, as we are supporting our president, we have to prepare ourselves. We have to prepare ourselves with faith in God, and stand strong with each other.
Amen.
All right, Mo, I love you, man. You stay safe.
Love you, brother.
And we got to get together sometimes. This is the On Fire Show. I thank you for coming on.
Appreciate
it. Peace.
Anytime.
God bless.
God bless.
Hi, this is the On Fire Show with your host, Daryl McKell Brooks. I thank you all for watching. We have the OnFireNewsNetwork.com coming on. The site is up. You can go check it out, OnFireNewsNetwork.com. Please support the site. I'm going to put up the link for the On Fire News Network, the PayPal account. We need your support. You can give whatever you can, $5, $10, $15, $20, whatever you can to support this site. It's going to be a powerful site, conservative site for the South Jersey and the Philadelphia area. Thank you. I love you. We love you, and we love you, and we want you to keep supporting us. Listen, please support the site. Go to the site. Check out some of the things that we are doing. Give us some suggestions, who we like to have on the show, see some individuals. Please support, if you can, 5, 10, 15, 20, whatever you can, support this conservative movement. We will make a difference in Philadelphia and South Jersey area. We will make a difference. John Robert Carmen. We have Lynn Washington. We have, like I said, Michael Rechtenwald. We have others, who are supporting, who are going to be on this conservative, powerful site. And we need your support. We need all, Dave. We need your support. Okay, we've been doing this. I've been doing the On Fire Show for about 2 years now, and it's exciting. We're taking it to the next level with the On Fire News Network. We're going to have 4 or 5 different top conservative talk shows. We're going to have a cooking show, restaurant. We're going to have a music show. We're going to have a sports show. Conservative, a brother who's going to talk about sports, and myself, and it's going to be awesome. It's just going to be awesome. So I thank you all for watching. I want you to pray for me, pray for Brother Mo, pray for other ones in the movement, pray for our President of the United States. And listen, and we Christians, listen, we got to pray for the squad too. The squad. They have to understand that this is America, and we have to be cordial to one another. And we know that, listen, we don't want to go down a dangerous road where we're going to be using violence towards each other, and meaning violence, physical violence and verbal violence that will hurt our bodies and take away what we're trying to do to make this country great again, okay? And I love you all. God bless. Thanks for watching the On Fire Show. And please support the On Fire Show. Please support the On Fire News Network. Go to OnFireNewsNetwork.com. Okay, that's OnFireNewsNetwork.com. Check out what we're doing. Please share this video right here. We're talking about some serious issues, people, and we have to stand up and organize. We have to protest. We have to speak the truth. We can never be afraid, because the Almighty God is on our side. I keep telling people that. God is with us. God was with us and from the beginning, and He's with us to the end. And we cannot be afraid. We have to stand up. We can't be afraid. We can organize. We can protest. I'll more protest with you. And listen, if we protest, we protest. We go to jail, we go to jail, because God is on our side, because we are doing the right thing. and it's about saving America, making America strong. All right, this is that great American flag, and and I love my other flag. Yeah, don't tread on me. Don't tread on me flag. Yeah, the Gascon flag. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, I love this flag right here. I love both flags. The American flag and the Gascon flag. These are revolutionary flags. Okay? So thank you all for watching. Please go to the onfirenewsnetwork.com and check us out. And please go to the PayPal and support what we're trying to do. Okay? I got to go. I'm getting tired. I got to work in the morning. God bless you all. God bless. God bless. God bless. God bless. I'll put the link one more time here. Please check it out. All right? You get it up there one more time? Oh, guess not. Take care. Peace. I love you all. Mo, you the man. Heidi, hello. And the other ones, hello. Yeah. I see all y'all are saying comments. Roy, Lisa, Dan, and Christopher, and Jan, and Michael, and who else? Carrie Scott, hey Carrie, Arthur, Gina, hey Tom is Roberts, you the man. Yeah, Tom Roberts, he is the web designer for the On Fire News Network. Dan Baker, hey Dan, Rocky, Christine Brown, Gino, Jan, Susan, Carrie, hey, all y'all, I love you all for watching. Okay? So thank you all for watching. God bless. I love you all. Stay strong.